Hi, my name is Bennett with Answers Not Excuses Fitness Training. Today is Trainer Tip Tuesday. What we're going to do today is look at a hack for an exercise a lot of people do, and this is going to be a little safer way to do it with these loop bands. Now, you've seen me do a few other exercises with loop bands before. This is a 41-inch loop band. I like them because they're cost effective, they're sexy, they're space efficient, and they're practical. You know, when you're done with it, it's only going to take up, this much space. There are a billion different things you can do with this, and especially if someone's working out at home or even at a gym, you might find that an exercise like this one is going to be better with this band as opposed to a cable machine. Just because when you get a lot of times on a lower weight on a cable machine, it's going to be a little choppy. So this generally is going to give you a better feel for that, especially for tension. So what we're going to do today is work on your overhead stability. Now, there's a lot of reasons that can be poor. A lot of people, whether it's a desk worker or just an athlete that's neglecting this area, is their spine and things aren't in alignment well enough to get there. So if they're trying to go overhead, they're trying to support all this weight, but they can only get their arm here, well, that's a problem. A lot of times they'll end up doing this and overextending their low back to get there. Nothing changed up here if I come back. So one of the things we also want to do with this exercise is prevent your head from shoving forward again, which is where generally people are stuck here. So this exercise is going to kind of be a hack to allow us to get around that and not create more bad problems for you consistently. Because you'll see people, do a lot of different pressing behind the head, and that can be up for debate. What's not really up for debate though is shoving your head forward consistently when it's already stuck forward as it is over time is just not going to be good for you. Pressing from that spot isn't going to be doing you a great deal of positivity there. So what we're going to do with this is we're actually going to hook this up to something, and we're going to sit down just so it's easier for you to manage what's going on. Now, I have this, you don't, whatever. You can hook these bands around anything. So what I'm going to do is just loop this through here. I want to make sure that this is going to be as high as at least my hand is when it's straight. So for example, this is about right, okay? I could go up another one, but what we'll do is we'll leave it here for now. So the nice thing about this is it's super thin, doesn't weigh anything, and I'm not gonna just, crunch my head. So what I'm able to do with this is put my hands inside of this. I can open this up to where I feel comfortable. Sitting up super tall now, I can pull my chin back without just arching my back, and that's why we're sitting for right now, so we can take that out of the equation. But I can bring this back behind my head. So when I'm bringing this here, I'm depressing my shoulder blades and pushing them down. My arms aren't bent, so I'm pushing down my shoulder blades right now. And the nice thing here is you could hold this. You could also do this for reps. What I really like doing is something I call a Y press. So I'm squeezing down my shoulder blades right now, just like I'm doing a pull-up, and now I'm pressing straight up. And when I press up, I'm driving my shoulder blades down. So there's a huge neglect on your low traps, the muscles that connect to the bottom of your shoulder blade here. Push down your shoulder blades and keep you stable when you're overhead. So the nice thing about that, like I was saying, is I can get behind my head and I can be right here going straight up and down with resistance. Now obviously when I'm here, this is going to be a lot easier from a tension standpoint. I'm going to be a billion times stronger here. When I get above my head, this starts getting harder. So it's really important that you focus on driving down your shoulder blades and keeping those shoulder blades depressed. That's what's going to keep you stable. And if you go slow through this, you're actually going to feel that a ton. So like if you look at the path of a barbell, now this doesn't really weigh much at all, but if I had this behind my head and I'm pressing up, especially if I'm standing, it's going to be a little different because your low back and core have to maintain hip stability. But if I'm doing this consistently, just to make sure I don't hit myself in the head, or you see people doing like pull-ups and they're coming here, shoving here, I just do not like how that feels. Now obviously if you're doing a squat or something, someone's doing a back squat, you're gonna have this here, right? You're also not pressing up the amount of weight you're typically squatting. You look at those Olympic lifters, you get to the Olympics, that's gonna be completely different. They're on the other end of the spectrum. So again, these are 41-inch loop bands. You could do them with different bands. If you had ones that have the handles that snap on, you might put it around something. You're also not going to run into the problem of having something hitting you in the face, and you're going to be able to come down just like I did there. So that's also going to be another option. I just like these because of their versatility. So again, these are 41 inches. You're going to be able to pick a lighter band for this exercise to make sure you're doing it correctly, and then kind of go from there. So that was Trainer Tip Tuesday, and I hope you found that helpful.